Ford is working on an engine that has changed the way people look at smaller engines. It's called the EcoBoost engine. At first, a lot of people didn't really believe a small engine could make big power, but Ford proved everyone wrong. EcoBoost uses turbocharging and direct injection to give strong performance while also saving fuel, making it honestly one of Ford's most important engine technologies in recent years. Ford has a long history of building powerful and reliable engines, from the classic V8 engines in the Mustang and F-150 to the famous Ford GT engines. The company has always focused on performance. EcoBoost continues that legacy by bringing modern efficiency and power into today's cars and trucks. It really shows how Ford is adapting to a world where engines need to be fast, strong, and fuel-efficient all at the same time. One of the biggest advantages of the EcoBoost engine is its efficiency. It burns fuel more precisely, creates less heat loss, and uses the turbo to get more power out of a smaller size. For example, the 2.3-liter EcoBoost can produce power similar to older V6 engines, and the 3.5-liter EcoBoost in the F-150 makes more torque than many V8s. Compared to older Ford engines like the Duratec or Triton 5.4-liter, EcoBoost delivers more power while using less fuel. EcoBoost engines also improve acceleration, towing ability, and overall driving performance. That's why Ford uses them in the Mustang, Ranger, Bronco, Explorer, and even high-performance models like the F-150 Raptor. The combination of turbocharging and lightweight design makes these engines strong, quick, and reliable for daily driving or heavy work. Ford's decision to push EcoBoost technology has, really changed the entire industry. These days, so many companies are following the same strategy: smaller engines, more technology, and, more efficiency. But honestly, Ford was one of the first to make this approach mainstream. Now, if you compare this to the engines Ford relied on before, it's pretty interesting. Take the Duratec family, for example. Naturally aspirated, robust, but less efficient by today's standards. Or the Cyclone V6, which offered solid power but needed a bigger displacement to really deliver. And then, of course, there's the Coyote 5-liter, a favorite for Mustang enthusiasts. A real masterpiece of sound and strength, but inevitably thirstier. EcoBoost really flipped that whole philosophy on its head. It managed to achieve comparable torque and, honestly, often even higher, through smart engineering instead of just relying on sheer engine size. For instance, the 2.3-liter EcoBoost found in the Mustang produces around 310 horsepower and 350 pound-feet of torque. Those numbers actually rival the older 4.6-liter V8s from the early 2000s. The difference? The EcoBoost weighs less, uses less fuel, and emits far fewer pollutants. It's pretty clear proof that this technology can totally rewrite the rules of displacement. But Ford definitely did not stop at sports cars. The 3.5-liter EcoBoost V6 became a legend in its own right, powering the F-150, Explorer ST, and even the Ford GT supercar. When the F-150 switched from its traditional V8 to the twin-turbo EcoBoost, skeptics were, pretty doubtful until they saw the results: better towing, faster acceleration, and significantly improved fuel economy. It was the kind of engineering that, honestly, didn't just surprise critics, it won over purists too. One of the most impressive versions is the high-output 3.5-liter EcoBoost tuned specifically for the F-150 Raptor and the Ford GT. This engine makes upwards of 450 horsepower and over 500 pound-feet of torque, all while maintaining efficiency levels of V8 simply could not match. It is an evolution of engineering philosophy: smaller size, smarter performance. And yet, EcoBoost is not just about numbers, it is about feel. Turbocharging used to come with lag and uneven response, but Ford's modern designs integrate twin-scroll turbo systems and lightweight internals to ensure instant power delivery. The torque curve is smooth, the acceleration relentless. What is fascinating is how Ford managed to make the EcoBoost scalable. The same principles apply whether it is powering a compact Fiesta or a Le Mans-winning GT. That is a rare feat in engineering, a unified philosophy that spans across completely different vehicles. It shows how far Ford's control of turbocharging, cooling systems, and fuel management has come, and when you compare it to older Ford engines, the efficiency gains are dramatic. In Ford's global lineup, the EcoBoost has become more than just a name. It is a badge of innovation, an engineering signature that signals Ford's commitment to efficiency without sacrificing power. You will find it everywhere: in rally cars carving through gravel, in family crossovers, carrying kids to school, in high-performance trucks like the Raptor, and even in endurance racers built to run flat out for hours. Very few engine families in history have managed to spread across so many categories while keeping the same core philosophy. It is the kind of unifying technology that defines entire eras, just like the flathead V8 did in the 1930s or the modular engine family did throughout the 1990s and early 2000s. But like all ambitious technologies, EcoBoost has not been without challenges. Turbocharged engines run hotter, work harder, and demand more precision than naturally aspirated designs. There can be turbo lag, higher intake temperatures, and, long-term issues, like carbon buildup. Yet Ford's approach has always been evolutionary, adjusting software calibrations, upgrading cooling systems, reinforcing internal components, redesigning fuel delivery, and constantly testing reliability across millions of real-world miles. It is not a perfect system, but it is one that steadily improves generation after generation, model after model, proving that Ford is committed not just to performance, but to longevity and real-world durability that customers actually feel every day. Even as electric vehicles take center stage, Ford has not abandoned the EcoBoost mission. Instead, they have doubled down on refinement. Newer versions use mild hybrid systems to smooth acceleration and reduce load on the turbo. Electric assist turbos eliminate lag. Cylinder deactivation cuts consumption during highway cruising, and advanced thermal coatings help the engines withstand higher pressures with more efficiency. Ford's message is clear: combustion is not dying anytime soon. It is evolving into something smarter, cleaner, and more adaptable than ever before. And for enthusiasts who still love the feeling of an engine-building boost, this evolution is something to appreciate. Indeed, the story of EcoBoost is a testament to a pivotal transition in automotive history. It represents a conscious engineering choice to meet the converging demands of regulation, consumer expectation, and environmental responsibility, all while preserving the core thrill of driving. Ford's journey with this technology illustrates that progress is not a straight line of replacement, but often a complex weave of refinement and reinvention. The true brilliance of the EcoBoost philosophy lies in its inherent flexibility. It was never just a stopgap on the road to electrification, it became a parallel path and a technological partner. By mastering forced induction, direct injection, and advanced engine management, Ford created a platform that could seamlessly integrate with hybrid systems. The result is a new generation of powertrains, like those in the Ford Maverick Hybrid or the F-150 PowerBoost, where the EcoBoost engine acts as a highly efficient generator and a direct power source, optimized by electric assist. This synergy offers the instant torque and low-end efficiency of electrification with the range and refueling convenience of a combustion engine, a compelling compromise for a vast segment of the market. Furthermore, EcoBoost demonstrated that performance could be democratized. The technology brought once exotic levels of specific output, power per liter of displacement, into affordable mainstream vehicles. A driver of a compact EcoBoost-powered car could experience the responsive, torque-rich feel previously reserved for larger, more expensive engines. This expanded the definition of performance, making it more about accessible, usable power, and less about sheer displacement. From the Model T to the GT, from thunderous V8s to whispering turbos, Ford's story has always been about momentum, about pushing forward, improving, refining, and reshaping what is possible. The EcoBoost continues that legacy, one turbocharged revolution at a time. Whether it is powering a lightweight Fiesta ST, a rugged Bronco, or towing with an F-150, the philosophy stays the same: big performance from small displacement, and engineering that adapts to whatever the world demands next. And as Ford pushes deeper into hybrid and electric development, the EcoBoost remains a reminder that innovation does not always mean replacing the past. Sometimes it means reimagining it. Ford has shown that there is still incredible potential left in combustion technology when you know how to harness it with modern engineering and smart design. So now the question goes to you: has Ford found the perfect balance between power and efficiency? Or is the future destined to be fully electric? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to hear where you think Ford is heading next. And if you enjoyed this deeper look into the world of automotive engineering, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications.